Hi guys, if you're new here, my name is Sam and I make videos about makeup, chronic illness, and whatever I want. And today I want to talk about the duality of normal test results. I am in a position right now where I have a few things going on with my health, and I will be undergoing some appointments where I have to address new treatment or, maybe a new test. And that just got me thinking that this is a great time for me to talk about the complex relationship between the chronically ill and a normal test result. The average person looks forward to hearing from their doctor that all of their tests came back normal. But for those of us with chronic illness, it can be a complicated or upsetting thing to hear because, while the test results are normal, the way we're feeling is not. None of us want to have anything wrong with us, but when we have unexplained symptoms that are interfering with our day-to-day activities and causing us a lot of discomfort and sometimes taking away abilities, we really want those test results to show us why that's happening. For the average person, hearing that you have abnormal test results is really stressful. Most of us, if not all of us, want to know that we're healthy. But when you have a chronic illness, the abnormal test results can tell you what is happening and how to manage the symptoms, if not get some sort of treatment to make the symptoms go away altogether. Unfortunately, normal for the chronically ill means no treatment, no reason, no relief. This means more time spent on extra tests and extra appointments, and quite often that means more money spent as well. Of course, none of us want anything to be wrong, but we would give anything to have answers that lead to relief. As I'm getting ready for these appointments, I, as usual, get nervous. I think it's completely normal to feel nervous for things like this, especially if you have a history of everything being fine. It just feels discouraging, and you start to worry that any future symptom and any future test for said symptom is just going to lead to, well, it all looks great, and that doesn't help you feel physically better. I never know if my symptoms are going to be blamed on my weight, my inactivity, a side effect from another medication, a side effect from another illness. And like most chronically ill people, my biggest fear is that when I go in with specific symptoms that I want relief from, that everything's going to be normal and nobody's going to have an answer for why I'm feeling that way. I have been lucky enough to have a lot of great doctors who have been able to check for the right things, and I've been able to get relief from some of those symptoms, like when they finally discovered my iron deficiency and celiac disease. That has changed my life drastically. But now I'm dealing with asthma that is difficult to control and a hip impingement. So I'm sort of in this position now where it's like I have these nerves about, okay, am I going to be told to just do this one thing even though I've tried it and it's not working? Or is it going to be taken seriously even if everything looks normal? Is there going to be a treatment or further testing to show how to treat my symptoms properly? Like I said, this fear and anxiety is completely normal, but we face it head on. We have these conversations with our doctors. If we have good doctors, they'll listen and they'll understand. In the case of my iron deficiency, my doctor was adamant. These are not things you should be feeling on a daily basis. We are going to find the answer, and she did, and I'm so grateful for that. But that doesn't erase the experiences from my past where I went in with the iron deficiency symptoms and I had doctors not even test my iron. They just kind of shrugged me off and said, that's weird. And that was that. So it is normal to feel this way because my symptoms overlapped with so many things. They tested for the big ones like a lupus or a cancer. Well, all of those were normal, thank goodness, but it didn't really give me answers to my symptoms. So while normal test results can cause some distress, some stress, some uncertainty, a good provider is going to do everything in their power to address your symptoms, find an answer, and find as close of a treatment as there can be. Unfortunately, for some of these illnesses, there is not a good treatment. There's not a cure. We just have to manage our symptoms as best as we can. But remember to advocate for yourself, and that if you feel sick and your baseline test results are normal, you're not alone. And you are not alone in feeling helpless, hopeless, but I promise that a good provider will do everything in their power to help you find an answer to your symptoms. And while I have also had bad experiences with healthcare professionals, I've also had amazing experiences with healthcare professionals. So please don't give up. Please advocate for yourself that, well, the test result might look normal, I don't feel normal, and I want to figure out what's happening. That's all I have for you today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Let me know down below if you have ever had the journey of normal test results while you were trying to figure out what was happening with your health. I think all of us have been there, whether it is celiac disease and anemia or even migraines. I was told in the beginning that my migraines were tension headaches, so I never sought further treatment for that until I saw a TikTok video about auras and realized that was actually what was happening. So yeah, let me know if you have had this experience, and I will see you guys in the next video.